Now we have added these particular points, and you have added the points manually, and you have said that once you have points added, you have this particular dot indicating that they are point added, and if you click at the points, you're going to note that the points are going to be listed in this particular tool space list view. Now if you have no points, for example, if I select the 2 points and then I delete, you're going to note that here the points do not have the dot that we had. Now let's proceed and undo. We have our 2 points back. Now if you proceed and expand the point group, you're going to note that all point group have this dot as well, and if you click at all point group, you're going to note that the points that belong to this particular all point group are listed in the list view down here. Now we are going to look at point groups later and see how you can create a new point group and add points to point groups. Now let's proceed and concentrate on the display of this particular point. As you can see, it is shown in red and also it is shown in a cross. Now let's proceed and expand the point group, and then you right click on all points and then you click at properties. Now note that we have the point style which controls the display of the point or of a point. Now let's proceed and click at this particular down drop, and we choose the option to copy current selection. The point style dialog box appears, and from this particular dialog box we are able to see the various tabs. For example, the information, the marker, the 3D geometry, the display, and also the summary. So you use these particular tabs to change the display of a point. For example, let's proceed and click at marker, and we change the point. We change the marker style to this particular style. So we have a preview from this point. You can even change the size of a marker from this particular point. If you want it to be bigger, you can proceed and add to these particular millimeters. And then you have the display. You can change the marker. This is the marker color. We can proceed and change the marker. Click at this particular point and change the marker color to blue, and then proceed and click OK. And then you can change the name of this particular style. So currently this is basic. We can call our new style basic 01, and then we can proceed and click OK, and then proceed and click OK once again. So as you can see, we have the display of this particular point changed. So we change the point properties from the point groups. And then if, for example, you lose your points, let's assume you have lost some points, we are not able to see them in the screen, you can proceed and right click on a point in the list view. Remember to display the points in the list view. You can proceed and click at the points from this point, or else click at a certain group for the points. So in this case we have all points. You can right click on a point, on a certain point, and then you can do a number of operations. For example, you can proceed and zoom to. So choose zoom to, and once you choose zoom to, you are able to see this particular point that is called point number 1. I can right click on point number 2, and then I choose select. So the point number 2 is going to be selected. You can also zoom to that particular point.